Anxiety has dictated a lot of things in my life. It has dictated friendships, it's taken things I loved doing and made them work, and it's robbed me of a lot of peace. I felt trapped by my anxiety because I didn't want to live my life that way. I wasn't choosing to live my life that way, but that's the problem. I wasn't choosing anxiety because I wasn't choosing anything. To beat anxiety, it takes intentionality. If you don't make the decisions, anxiety will make them for you. So, what decisions can we make? What are the decisions that are most helpful moving forward? I would argue resilience and self compassion. Self compassion is one's ability to accept one's own weaknesses and appreciate one's own strengths. According to a study done in January of 2021, among all of the psychological constructs that they tested, self compassion was the strongest positive predictor of mental health. Anxiety gives us two lies on opposite sides of the spectrum. Anxiety either says, you can't do anything, you're powerless, you're not good enough, you should just give up. Or anxiety says, if you worry about this enough, you'll be able to control it. If you think about it long enough, you'll figure out the easy answer. If we get focused on what we can and can't change and lie to ourselves about what we can and can't change, no wonder we get tangled up in anxiety because we can't measure our actions correctly at all. We have to have the humility to be realistic about what we have the power to change. By acknowledging what we have power over and what we don't, we can move forward with a better understanding about where to focus our energy and where to give ourselves grace. But what about resilience? Resilience is a general term that kind of talks about internal resources that an individual has in order to overcome hardships. Um, While resilient people experience hardships alongside other people, what sets them apart is not being overwhelmed by these hard experiences. A cross-sectional study done in October of 2021 looked at the relationship between resilience and stress associated with the pandemic. The researchers found that while stress from the pandemic was associated with low life satisfaction and poor psychological well-being, resilience reduced both of those. Our story doesn't end in moments of anxiety and despair. Think about every hard thing that you've ever gone through, the things for sure you thought would end you before they ended. The suffering was difficult, but you made it through. And that means we have hope. It means we have reasons to do hard and scary things anyway. In my experience, anxiety doesn't go away. I started struggling with anxiety when I was 10 years old, and now I'm 23, and I still deal with anxiety every day. All my life, I've loved singing, singing in the car, singing in the shower, all those things, you name it. But my anxiety told me I could never actually be a singer. And the reasons didn't matter because I believed my anxiety. 3 years ago, I mentioned to a professor that I really loved singing and I wished I could do it. And this professor shoved me in the deep end. He introduced me to the choir director. He encouraged me to sign up for lessons. He invited me to concerts. And he just kept telling me that if I loved it, I should try. So I went for it. My first day in my first voice class, I had to stand up in front of everyone and sing Amazing Grace. No instruction, no encouragement, just stand up in front of everyone and sing. I'm pretty sure the only reason I didn't embarrass myself is because it's not possible for the human body to vomit and pass out at the same time. 3 years later, I've gotten a little bit better, but I still panic every time I have to sing in front of people. A few weeks ago was my senior recital, and you better believe I was backstage, hands shaking. I thought I was going to forget all my words and make a complete fool of myself. But resilience isn't saying, I'm not scared, I'm not worried about it. It isn't me backstage, totally calm and assured. Resilience is me backstage going, I'm scared, I'm gonna forget all my words, I'm gonna make a total fool of myself, but there's something more important than fear. If I listened to my anxiety instead of listening to that professor, I would have missed out on so many precious experiences and relationships that I've gotten to have because of being a voice student. Anxiety doesn't have to rob you of any richness in your life. Self-compassion and resilience. To say, I did my best, and to say, I'm going to do it anyway. Those are the two most powerful decisions we can make.